Madness and moral degeneracy. Across the world, people uniting in hatred of Jews everywhere.
All settlers and all settlements are legitimate military targets.
Here at the University of Pennsylvania, calls for genocide. Jews assaulted at the University of Berkeley. Jews barricaded in a library at New York's Cooper Union as Hamas supporters try to break down the door.
Yesterday, on a Cornell online discussion forum, someone threatened to slit the throats of Jews. Jewish students were scared to leave their rooms, and the kosher dining hall was locked down. Last week, a mob of anti-Israel students trapped Jewish students in the Cooper Union Library.
American universities, once centers of learning, converted into factories for hatred.
My Jewish sisters and brothers and I are on the receiving end of death threats from our peers. Undergraduates who have filed reports about these incidents have been left with no emotional support, no feedback, and no consequences for the perpetrators of these hateful actions.
A shocking Harvard-Harris poll earlier this month shows half of Americans under the age of 35 support Hamas's crimes against humanity on October 7th. The White House has been forced to act, setting a 2-week deadline to draft policy to combat calls for genocide from America's thought leaders.
There's no place for hate in America, and we condemn any anti-Semitic threat or incident in the strongest terms. We're also closely monitoring and concerned by the reports of anti-Semitic threats.
The trend is global. In London, weekly celebratory rallies have drawn tens of thousands out to support Hamas.
We've seen now tens of thousands of people take to the streets following the massacre of Jewish people, the single largest loss of Jewish life since the Holocaust, chanting for the erasure of Israel from the map. To my mind, there's only one way to describe those marches. They are hate marches.
Still others in Berlin, where plans to murder the entire Jewish race were written only 80 years ago.
Really, we feel very, very safe. In the past 2 weeks, this feeling has been somewhat shattered. We see a lot of the actions that are happening across the city.
In Israel's moment of weakness, the people of the world are baring their fangs for Jewish blood once again.